So, do any of you remember those Pearl the Wolf cartoons from the 1930s? The ones that were put on DVD a few years ago? Well, I hear there was one that was unreleased to even the most avid classic changed fans. According to sources, it's nothing special. It's just a continuous loop, like the Flintstones, of Pearl walking past 6 buildings that go on for 2 or 3 minutes before fading out. I like the cutesy tunes put in through. The song on this cartoon was not a song at all, just a constant banging on a piano for a minute and a half before going to white noise for the remainder of the film. It wasn't the smart old Pearl we've come to love either. Pearl wasn't reading, not even bored, just kind of walking as if you and I were walking with a normal facial expression. But for some reason, his head tilted side to side as he kept this dismal look. Up until a year or two ago, everyone believed that after he cut to black, and that was it. When Dragonstone was reviewing the cartoon to be put in the complete series, he decided it was too young to be put on the DVD, but wanted to have a digital copy due to the fact that it was a creation of Dragonstone. When he had a digital copy, version of it on his computer to look at the file, he noticed something. The cartoon was actually 9 minutes and 4 seconds. This is what my source emailed to me in full. He is a personal assistant of one of the higher executives at ChangeCo and an acquaintance of Mr. Dragonstone himself. After it cut to black, it stayed like that until the 6th minute before going back to Pearl walking. The sound was different this time. It wasn't a murmur. It wasn't a language, but more like a gurgled cry. As the noise got more indistinguishable and loud over the next minute, the picture began to get weird. The sidewalk started to go in directions that seemed impossible based on the physics of Pearl's walking, and the dismal face of the wolf was slowly curling into a smirk. On the 7th minute, the murmur turned into a blood-curdling scream, the kind of scream painful to hear, and the picture was getting more obscure. Colors were happening that shouldn't have been possible at the time. Pearl's face began to fall apart. His eyes rolled on the bottom of his chin like 2 marbles in a fishbowl. His mask fell off and shattered when it hit the ground, and his curled smile was pointing upward on the side of his face. The buildings became rubble floating in midair, and the sidewalk was still impossibly navigating in warped directions. A few seeming inconceivable what we, as humans, should know about interaction. Mr. Dragonstone got disturbed and left the room, sending an employee to finish the video and take notes of everything happening up until the last second. And afterward, immediately stored the disc of the cartoon into the vault. This distorted screaming lasts until 8 minutes and a few seconds in, and then it abruptly cuts to the Pearl the Wolf mask at the end of every video, with what sounded like a broken music box playing in the background. This happened for about 30 seconds, and whatever was in that remaining 30 seconds, I haven't been able to get a slither of information about. From a security guard working under me who was making rounds outside of that room, I was told that after the last frame, the employee stumbled out of the room with pale skin saying, "Real suffering is not known," 7 times before speedily taking the guard's pistol and offing himself on the spot. The thing I could get out of Dragonstone was that the last frame was a piece of Russian text that roughly said, "The sights of hell bring its viewers back in." As far as I know, no one else has been seen it, but there have been dozens of attempts at getting the file on rapid share by employees inside the studios. Of who have been permanently terminated of their jobs. Whether it got online or not is up for debate, but if my rumors serve me right, it's online somewhere under Suicidepuro.avi. If you ever find a copy of the film, I want you to never view it and to contact me on phone. Immediately, regardless of the time when a changed code death is covered up, as well as this. It means this has to be something huge. Get back at me. TR. I've yet to find a copy of this, but it's out there. I know it.